Logan, I'll let you do the intro this time.
Oh god.
Well, what if I want to do the intro?
You've done the last like 3 times.
And it's always a banger.
And no, we always have to do it again. It's like when parents let their kids do the dishes. They always have to have they always have to like, do the dishes again when they're done.
3,
Oh.
2, 1.
Kevin. Okay, give me a second.
Gotta get on your acting face.
No, it's not that.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier. Welcome
It's
back
a
to Five
Simpsons
Nights at
reference.
Freddy's.
It is a Simpsons reference.
Did
Hi
you say
there, my name's
Simpsons?
BioRack, and you might recognize me from other famous YouTube channels, such as BioRack, and even G-Spree.
Tonight on the podcast,
Tonight on the QQQ podcast,
we have the
I will be
usual
joined
suspects.
by Tay,
Hi.
Gavin,
Hello.
Jack,
Uh,
and last and least, Noah.
And least.
Today we will be talking about our adventures in Colorado.
Yeah.
oh my god.
Okay, take
Um,
the floor, co-host.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. Who's the co-host in this scenario? There's 3
We're
of
technically
you
all
that were
co-hosts.
there.
So,
Technically, we're all co-hosts, so I'm telling somebody else to take the
Right.
floor.
So I'll start. I can start. We have a list of some things.
You gotta lay the
except
groundwork, though.
Most of us. So
We need
Myself?
exposition.
myself, Tay, and Logan all went to Colorado, mostly because Tay wanted to go. And we also visited our friend Kat that was over there, and we stayed with her for a few days, and then we went back, and that's about it.
Excuse me, it's
Thanks
Smithers,
for-
actually.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, let's
Thanks
we
for
went,
watching.
we came back. Bye bye.
There was no flaws in this trip whatsoever. Um, so right out the gate, we were still in my driveway. We were just about to leave, and I started the car and put it in drive, and then Logan realized my trunk was still open. So
There was also like a 50% chance there was a wasp in the car.
yeah, we
'Cause
never
we saw
did
a
find
wasp.
that out, did we?
We saw a wasp
Nope.
enter the car, and we had no clue if it ever left.
We assume it left because there was no problems, but we never saw it leave.
It left when we got to Colorado.
I think I literally forgot about it by the end of the driveway.
So what you're saying is
Me
you
too.
transported an invasive species across state lines.
It's a fucking wasp.
You can find wasps everywhere.
Listen, not the wasp from up
Not,
here.
not the Minnesota wasp.
The very different
elusive-
species.
Yeah,
How do you think
Um,
it felt when it woke up in Colorado?
I don't think it did.
Yeah, I
bro,
don't
it's
think it did actually leave the car. We never saw it leave the car.
Wait,
Was
that's
it-
even worse. Like, okay, so hold on. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but like,
No.
babies in hot cars, bad idea, right? But like,
What?
they're roasted alive. But a wasp is so much smaller than a baby. That thing is dead.
no.
I mean, you do know that some
What?
insects can last longer in hotter or colder temperatures, right?
It's about the principle.
Alright.
Okay, average Noah being dumb, but
What?
moving
No.
on.
An unexpected turn.
Yeah, I didn't know where the fuck you were going with, babies and
Roasting alive.
You know how
I think
the-
you should think before you speak.
No.
what
we don't
happens
do
when
that
you
around
put a
here.
baby in the car? The baby fucking dies.
Exactly.
Oh, I know what you're referencing.
Oh my god.
Isn't there one with a gorilla? A gorilla in the water?
I think that's what turns into the gorilla swim in, or the monkey swim in.
It turns into
Oh.
a gorilla.
Gorilla the spinner?
in water.
Gorilla the spinner.
All right, orangutan bang.
This
That's
is
the only part of the
definitely
song
not
I
what
know.
need.
I don't know any other part of the song. I'm saying that for legal reasons, in case another part of the song has bad shit in it. I only know that part.
I don't know the song.
I don't either.
I don't either.
only know gorilla the spinner. All right, orangutan banging. And then I know there's more of the song. I just don't know what's in the song.
I don't think I've ever heard the song.
I heard that part on TikTok, and that's it.
Oh.
That's why I know it exists.
Anyway,
Oh,
so we started driving on Friday after I got back from work but we wanted to go a little bit earlier, and we didn't want to leave Saturday morning because otherwise we would literally be driving all day. But it took us.
Which we had to do anyways.
We
'cause
did, yeah.
We didn't make it fuck
We
all
got-
anywhere on the first
We got
on
to
Friday.
Colorado Saturday at freaking like 10:30 or 11:30. But we gained an extra hour too because we were going through a different time zone.
We drove for what, 6 hours and made it to Des Moines,
I think the first day was
which is like
That
3
much.
hours.
right. I think it's 4 hours to Des Moines from here.
Something ain't right here. Hold up. Hold
Yeah.
up. Wait a minute.
I think
Well-
I think we spent like almost a solid hour at Subway.
Did we
Like,
really?
we I don't know if it was an hour. We sat at that Subway for a long time though.
Yeah. So we got to Des Moines. We figured out that we'd stop. Whatever. We had to find a hotel, and we walk in. And there's this Indian dude behind the register at a Motel 6, and
It wasn't a motel though. It was a
Was it?
hotel.
well, it was a Motel 6 still.
Wouldn't it be Hotel 6?
No, that's just what it's called. I don't know.
Oh, it's Hotel 8.
Yeah, it's Hotel 8 and Motel 6.
Oh, well, we
Um,
stayed at a Motel 6 that was a hotel.
Right. So, and we got to our room, and like we're settling down and getting ready for bed, and like maybe 5 to 10 minutes has passed, and then we get a phone call in our hotel room, and we all just freeze and like look at the phone, and we're just like, who is this? And we're like, is it room service or something? And so I pick it up, and then like immediately after I pick it up, I say hello. I don't even get like a millisecond of time, and it's the guy from the front counter, and he's like, is everything okay? And then I'm like, yeah, and like instantly I say yeah, so fast as it goes between me and him of saying, yeah, okay, have a good night, burp, and he hung up instantly.
He's just checking on you, making sure you know you're tucked into bed.
Right,
But
and I
he's
was just like,
lighting-
are we gonna get this at every other place that we go to? We didn't get a single call from any other hotel.
I haven't like, I've stayed it because I've been on a lot of road
Mhm.
trips as a
Mhm.
kid. No other hotel has done that.
Right.
Yeah, no,
We've
same.
never received a call.
I was like, those beds are really loud though too. It was like
yeah.
super crunchy sounding.
Oh, so I'm pretty sure there was a hole in the wall where the smoke detector used to be, and it was just like ripped out. It
Oh.
looked like it had been ripped out of the wall. The rest
no.
of the room looked nice though, except the beds looked like they were from an insane asylum.
Yeah.
Listen, that's just
But they were comfy. They were comfy, but they
you get what you
didn't
pay
look right.
for.
I mean, the hotel wasn't bad. It was a,
No,
it was a
it
pretty good
wasn't.
hotel.
It was a little sketchy, but I feel like most hotels at night that aren't like super fancy
Most
usually.
Motel 6s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when he called though, I got so scared because I was like, because I was the one that
I did
paid
not
for
wanna-
the room, so I
Right.
thought like there was something wrong with the payment. So I was like, oh no, like what do we do if we end up getting kicked out of this room? Like,
I did not want to pick up the phone when I heard it ring.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never had that either, staying in a hotel. Actually, maybe, but I think it was like we were at Disney or something, and they were asking
Disney's
about
a,
something.
a special occasion.
Right. There's
True.
fireworks going on outside. Do you guys hear that?
I do not hear it. You're
Nope.
good.
I can, but I can hear it
because
outside
you're
my
like
house.
super close.
Oh, when this episode comes out, it is the 4th.
It is the 4th. It is the day.
Happy
Oh,
the 4th.
happy firework day.
Yeah. Happy semi-illegal but legal.
What?
We went to the carnival thing that's close to us, right? Where the card shop is.
Why?
Because Tay wanted to go.
It's always so busy.
It wasn't too busy, but we
Really?
wanted to go on some rides, so we went and we had to like get a card with like points on it or whatever. Like when you go to an arcade and you buy an arcade card,
My
and it was a $2 fee just to put stuff on the card, and then the first time we put in $8, or Tay put in $8, and we got 8 points or whatever. We went to a ride and it was 5 points per person. And the guy was just like, "You are low on tickets," and we're like, "Okay, should we go get some?" Or actually, no. The first one, he just like scanned it and didn't care and gave us the other ride and just took away the rest of the points. But then we wanted to go on a different one, and that guy, like, it was more points because I thought it was gonna be 5 again, but it was 6. So we were short 2 points again, and we went up and he scanned it and he was like, "You're short 2 points," and I was like, do you want me to like pay for it here? Do I have to go back? And he's like, "Nah, just go on." It's like people don't care over there.
my coworkers are like, "Oh, you should come to the fair."
Yeah, we
Yeah, I didn't want to go.
we instantly walked in and got roped in by a carny to throw a hacky sack at a balloon, so I did it for free. And then
Yeah.
he gave me another one because I missed, and I popped one, and he was like, "Okay, if you give me $10, I'll make sure that you win. But you get 4 more throws, but I'll make sure that you win if you don't pop any." And I was like, "Okay, I don't have $10. Bye." And then we proceeded to ignore everybody that was trying to get us to play their game. And there was this one old guy who was like running a game, and he's like walks and
Oh my
he
God.
points at us, and he's like, and then like he turns his head and goes. And then we just kept walking. Like I think he was trying to get us to play his game, but
He just really wanted you to
You really
see
needed
cough.
just a Rico look, like, cough drop. You know?
really.
That's all he needed. He was just trying to get you to go get him one because he can't leave his post.
No, he was like adamant about us like playing his game, but he was staring at me
Mm-hmm.
when it was happening because I was closer to him, and he pointed to like us and then like to the game, and he was like staring me directly in the eye. And the second I got like right next to him, because I was like, "No, it's okay," he turned like away from me and just went. I was like, "Oh my God." And I was like, "Okay."
Aggressive coughing from some old guy.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Is this dude okay? Is he gonna like die soon? What's going on?" Anyway, Colorado.
So the next day we woke up and left Des Moines, but before we left Des Moines, Tay wanted to go to a QT because
Yeah.
with a Q
Quick trip.
is Iowa's the only state that has that, right? Or
I don't know.
is it other
It's
states?
Q. Or it's K.
Yeah,
I mean-
but the Iowa ones, there's ones in Iowa that have a Q. And
Mhm.
they're pretty fancy. So we stopped. Tay's got a novelty cup somewhere.
Yes.
And that was about it. And then we left. On our way to the quick trip, though, we pulled out of like the hotel, and there was just a group of cyclists. And I was like, "Well, it's about time," because they were taking up, the whole entire road as cyclists do, even though there was a whole ass sidewalk. It's like, well, it's time to run over some cyclists.
And there was one guy you could clearly tell
Yeah.
was doing it just because his wife was doing it.
Yeah.
Well, like, he was
He was
very much
struggling.
lagging behind the rest of everyone else.
Oh, that poor guy. Luckily, they turned away, so I didn't have to.
That
run
would have
anybody
been
over.
me. That guy.
Right. Bicycling is hard after a while.
Yeah.
Imagine, let's do it for fun. Let's get a bike club. Except it's bicycling instead of
No.
motorcycling.
Let's get a bike club, except I'm gonna drive my car.
Those are called car clubs, though.
I will just tape a bicycle to it.
Tape a bicycle to the car?
It's
Yeah.
not even like upright. It's just like on the ground sideways, grinding against the asphalt.
Literally.
I'm gonna put my bike on top of a car and have someone drive it. And I'll just sit on the bike. Just don't go near any overpasses, please.
That would be awesome. Can you guys hear that every once in a while? Does
I do
my
not hear it.
I
mic
cannot
pick
hear
up any
anything.
fireworks?
I heard something, but I don't know if it was you or my dog.
Oh, my Discord's lighting up green.
Time to play the game
Oh,
show.
yeah, I can
Gavin
hear it a
or
little
dog?
Dog.
Yeah, Jack said he thought you were like his dog.
No, he said he heard something, but he couldn't tell if it was you or his dog.
Oh,
Yeah, so
he's
the
my
game
dog
the game
now.
show is it Gavin or is it Jack's dog?
Okay,
So-
back to Colorado.
Right.
Yep.
So on our way to the place, we went through Nebraska, which sucks.
Oh my
Elvis
god,
man.
Nebraska's awful. But we
it's so dead.
right, and then like out of nowhere, it started absolutely downpouring.
Oh my
Don't we come
god.
back to Nebraska?
You
I
Though?
was
couldn't see
traumatized.
anything.
Well, because
we
I was
had to
driving
come back
during
to
that
Nebraska.
moment, and it was like it was slightly sprinkling, and then suddenly it was just the water covering basically
Yeah.
the entire windshield.
It was like going through fog at like 5 a.m.
And then you had like slowed down to a stop, and then there was people passing us still at full fucking speed,
Right.
even though you couldn't see anything.
They're
People were
used
still
to it,
driving at
though.
like 70 miles an hour.
They probably are used to it, but you still shouldn't do that. It's like you probably have good tires for it, whatever. Like I have good tires and all-wheel drive, but like that's no, I'm not driving 70
was
miles an hour in
terrifying.
freaking downpour. That's awful.
Like,
Well,
we
'cause I
literally
could-
could not see it out the
I
window.
could hardly see 20 feet in front of us.
Right? You can hydroplane so easy too.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
But it was like it was before the rain started falling, but we were constantly like in a back and forth passing and getting passed by an Elvis van, which was
Yeah, Elvis
Like-
man.
yeah, it was like there was this old guy driving and some lady in the passenger seat, so we kept like looking at them and they would look at us when we passed them.
At that point, I think they started doing it on purpose too.
Yeah, it's your road friend.
But they
Exactly.
we looked it up. It's like a business. It's like a traveling Elvis impersonator. So
He was having a show in Nebraska that night.
we didn't go because it was in Omaha,
Yeah.
and
But
that
you could have got steaks.
Yeah,
but
but
we wanted to
we
make it
also-
to Colorado.
yeah, we also could have been in Colorado.
Ah, but the Omaha steaks, you know.
I don't actually.
I've
What is
never
an
heard
Omaha
anything
steak?
about a Omaha Steaks.
Explain.
That's always got the ads on TV.
I've never seen an Omaha
an
steak
ad for a
I
steak.
don't watch TV.
Okay, well then y'all are missing out.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay, could I?
I don't think
Do
there
we
was
wanna
really
talk
anything
about-
interesting.
Do
on
we
the
want to
way
talk about that stretch of road where we couldn't go to the bathroom for like an hour
Oh my god! Yeah.
because there was
so
no gas station?
We had made it to Colorado, and we were on like the north side of Denver, and we had to get to Denver. I think we were gonna get dinner in Denver or something, maybe.
No, it was because we were on the track to Severance, but you
Needed
wanted to get
oil.
oil for your car.
Yeah, so I was running low on oil because it was not in the forefront of my mind that I would need oil because I just got an oil change the day before we left, and then we burnt almost all of that oil on the way there, which apparently Subarus just burn oil faster than most
Yeah.
cars, which is new to me. So now I have extra oil for that car. So
That'll
I
make
have
sense in a
probably-
bit.
yeah, I have probably 5 quarts of oil for that car. So I hope that we can use that at some point for something. But we had to stop, and Tay had to pee so bad, and
I literally
was
was
freaking
going
out
to
because like
cry.
it needed oil. It was a rough like
The road was
30
also
minutes.
very bouncy, which did not help.
yeah, and it was just like we were driving on like some back road, and there was just like
There was
houses.
hills. It was bouncy. It was just a terrible time, and it
like,
was just
rundown
it was
houses.
straight with nothing.
Right. Oh,
That
When
was
we
the longest 30 minutes of my life.
You
we
have no
finally
idea
got
how
there.
close I was. Like literally, if we hadn't made it to the gas station at that moment, I would have pulled over and just pissed on the side of the road.
Let's go.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, if we stop, then it's gonna be worse for you. Because I had to also pee by the time.
I had to pee the whole
It
time,
was most like.
but I didn't
uh,
want to ask to stop on the side of the road.
Yeah, it's like what is the group thing? If one person has to do it, everybody has to do it.
The buddy system.
Yeah, sure, the buddy system. We got to some place, whatever, and we walk in, and the men's bathroom was being cleaned, so me and Logan got our own bathroom.
We had to go into the shower bathroom.
Yeah, that was weird. I've never seen that in a like a
Did you guys go in together?
gas station. No, there were two
Yeah.
separate like shower
Buddy system,
bathrooms.
bro.
It was like a huge.
No, Gavin used the toilet, and I pissed in the shower.
Yeah, straight down the drain. They were huge bathrooms with a shower and everything too. It was
Well, that's
crazy.
because it was designed specifically for like truckers
Right.
and travelers and shit.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those type of gas stations where it had like a restaurant and stuff attached to it.
Yeah, and there was a guy in the parking lot there with a Twins jersey.
Oh,
I still don't
And he was
remember if it
like,
was.
"Oh, hey."
Was it twins? I thought it
it
was,
was
a different team.
It was the colors of the Twins. It was like the light baby blue.
I'm
with
pretty
the
sure
red.
it was a. I think it was a different team, but I could be wrong.
It looked like Twins to me.
I don't remember the logo being twins.
I didn't see the logo. I just saw the colors. It was twin colors. Anyway, I don't watch baseball.
I don't
know.
either.
I was too focused on my bladder about to explode.
Right. So
Well, that was when me and Gavin were putting oil in this car.
Mm-hmm.
Is when he came up.
Oh, I
Did
still don't
anything
remember.
really?
Oh, was it the dude that was asking if we were okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had my hood up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So no, we just needed some oil. Because the engine burns a ton of oil. So did anything else happen between them? We dropped Logan off.
Not really.
And then we had to drive for like another hour. Well, Tay drove because I was freaking tired because I had gotten up at 5:30 to go to work. And it was like 11:30 at night.
Technically, that was the next day, so you did not get up at 5:30 to go to work.
Shut up. Well, friggin', I think we got to the hotel at like 11:30, which technically, if it was Central Time, it was 12:30. So I had been up that entire time.
Well, I'm just saying it was a different day. It was when we got up at 8 to leave the hotel.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Hello?
Still.
Where were you?
Listen,
I don't blame Gavin. I
it
was
was a
just correcting
long
him so
time
he
of
doesn't.
driving.
I drove like 10 hours straight.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had drove from lunchtime until
Until we made it to
yeah.
our hotel, yeah.
So, and then we checked
Actually,
in.
wouldn't
We
it be
passed
kind of
out.
like 11 because or no, would it? 'Cause
Well,
I'm
I think
trying
we
to
stopped
think
for
of
lunch
The time change.
We stopped for lunch at like 1 something.
Did we?
We didn't
Was
get-
it that late?
Yeah, we didn't get back into the car until 2. We stopped at a Wendy's in York.
Wendy's nuts.
No, shut the fuck up.
I only remember that because York they have a big fancy like hot air balloon colored water tower.
Oh
says
yeah,
York on
that's
it.
right.
Wait,
That's
like the
right.
peppermint patties?
I
No.
don't really remember it.
I remembered.
Yeah. Okay, so from here on, I don't remember like the order of which we did anything.
Well, you dropped me off at my aunt's, and then the
Mhm.
next day, you picked me up. We went to China Panda or whatever.
Oh yeah. Oh no. So we went to China Panda and then we walked across the parking lot because there was a GameStop and we looked at the GameStop and then we went to the supermarket.
King Supers.
King Supers and it was literally
thought
like
Walmart was bad.
yeah. So imagine Walmart but like more
Worse.
Yeah, just like more Walmart. It was
Me and
super
Gavin-
small too because it was in like a
Me
strip
and-
mall.
Me and
Tay-
Gavin were walking through.
Tay was feeling the China Panda, so she had to go to the bathroom and she was in there for like 30 minutes.
Bro,
me
it
and Gavin,
ruined me.
Yeah, I'll let
Do
Logan tell this
not-
part.
Do not trust freaking
China
Panda.
Panda?
No, it's Panda
Oh, it's
Express.
Panda Express.
sorry.
China Panda's what we have here.
Well,
Anyway,
Express
but
here.
well, yeah, but we have that in the area that we live in.
Oh, yeah.
But because it was just do not trust Panda Express and what is it, Colorado Springs.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I was more or less okay, I think.
I was fine. Okay, but in the meantime, me and Gavin were trying to look for the cereal aisle, and while trying to look for the cereal aisle, this lady comes zooming past us, looking fucking cracked out of her mind.
And she was
Like she's got
talking
the
to
bug
herself.
eyes, looking
Yeah.
around, talking to herself. Like she is 100% on something.
Oh god.
And then me and Gavin were just walking up the cereal aisle waiting for Tay, and some lady was pushing her full grown man's son in the shopping cart.
He may or may not have been on something. But it really looked like it.
So basically, like Walmart, but Florida Walmart.
Right, yeah.
Basically,
And then,
yeah.
and then after we got out, I asked if he could stop at the gas station that was right there because I wanted something to drink.
Oh my god. And there was
And
this
the gas
car. There was this car that was just decked out in decorations and stuff. And
Oh,
he was really
yeah.
mad at me because I was like, oh, Logan can just get his stuff and then we'll walk around or we'll drive around back and get a picture of it. Literally like 2 minutes passed and it's gone.
But this gas station, it's got the gas. It's got this little area where the clerk sits in, and on either side there's like the like if you went into like a Walmart or something, it has like the coolers that hold the drinks and shit. And then you have to grab that, walk up to the teller, hold it up to the glass so they can scan it through the glass. And then if you pay, you have to lift up the opening of this little box thing, and there's a slit to hand cash through, or you have to put your card in to the thing. And like the teller has to use like a mic or whatever to talk to you, and he's like, got fucking bulletproof glass in front of him.
So nobody steals.
Or he doesn't get shot.
And like in there, they had like a bunch of gum and shit too. So if you wanted anything in there, you'd like, "Oh, can I have this and that and that?" It's like shopping at like a candy store. It's like, "Oh, can I have that? Can I have that?" And they
Oh.
hand it through you through this little slit. It was like a bank, but a gas station.
So then after that, did we go to Cats, I think? Or no, we met them at Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, we met them at
Mhm.
Texas Roadhouse. That was really fucking good food.
And then
Oh,
we
the salmon was so good.
got berated by her husband because none of us got steak. Because apparently
At
that's a thing.
Texas Roadhouse, yeah. You go there for the steak.
I didn't
got-
know this.
I got chicken, and it was fucking amazing, though.
Tay got salmon.
Mhm.
What did I get?
I don't remember.
I have no idea what I got.
I just remember you having some weird-looking bean soup.
I ate a lot of bread. And I got
I
berated
don't
because I
remember. I
wasn't
don't
putting
think you got
the
anything.
butter on the bread. Yeah, I think
What?
did we just Oh,
Well,
I got
'cause it
something.
was so-
no,
it
I got
was
something
so
with that green
You just
bean
did
stuff.
Texas Roadhouse.
No,
bro.
that came with mine.
Did it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, no, okay, we shared a
it was
cinnamon
like it was a green beans. Yeah,
then. I
because
don't
we
even
shared.
remember eating.
It's because it was so soon after we had Panda Express.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
God. So after we go to the Texas Roadhouse, we're like, oh, what is there to do around here? Let's do something before we go back to Cats. And we're just like, okay, let's just
Oh
go.
yeah.
Let's go bowling. So we're driving around the area looking for a bowling alley, and like we just look on maps and it's like, oh, this one's 7 minutes away, so let's go to this one. As we get there, it's like slowly getting more and more bougie, and it's just like super fancy houses and like gated communities and stuff. And then we roll up to this like massive building with like there's a whole divide between the enter and the exit, and there's like it swings around at this big building. We're like, is this like actually where the bowling is? And this guy comes out of like this little hut in the road and stops us. And I was like, what is going on? I was like, he was like, hi, how are we doing today? And I was like, so we're looking for bowling. Like the maps told us that there would be bowling here. And then like he's like, yeah, so if you just drive up you can get out of your car and then the valet will take your car. I'm like, valet, I just want to go bowling. And like, it's a super fancy thing, and like, we're not at all dressed for the part. Like, Kat's got steak sauce all over her shirt from Texas Roadhouse. And like,
I think all of our first thoughts are, let's turn around because this is
Yeah.
not the place
so
for
like,
us.
we roll up. I was like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. And we roll up and just turn around and leave. I was like, I hope the guy doesn't see me leaving immediately. He probably did. But then we went to some other small town bowling alley that was we rolled up
You
and it
could
was,
you walked in there and you could. It was that bowling alley smell. Like,
Yeah.
yep, this is the place.
and Kat was like, now this is where we belong. Then after that we went to Kat's, and then
You guys went to Cats. I had to go back to my aunt and uncle's for the night.
oh yeah, well then maybe we just parted
Well,
ways
we
and
didn't-
went back.
Uncle
We
live
didn't
down
stay.
there?
We dropped Cat off because it was late,
Oh.
and then we went back to the
Ah.
hotel.
Yeah, so then the next day, you
We
could
went
stay
to
at
the
Kat's.
pub. The next day we went to the Pueblo Zoo.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. So wait, we have stories for the Pueblo Zoo, right? So okay,
I
I'd like to
remember
say
the.
we
I
are-
remember the emu, and
remember
the
the
gibbon
monkeys.
monkeys.
yeah. So I would like to say before, well, we're already like 30 minutes in, but we tried our best at vlogging this. So there is at some point going to be a video on the Questionable Quality YouTube channel that is a vlog for all this, and oh boy, that's gonna be interesting. Because
I'm gonna be in it more than I want to be, but
yeah, we have like
I don't like being on camera. But oh well.
the amount of footage we have of bowling is like more than we have the amount of footage of anything else, basically.
That's because bowling's the easiest thing to get footage
I
of.
know. Yeah, so hopefully it's
We have
not
the
like
footage of me and
75%
you in the
bowling.
wind tunnel.
Oh, the wind tunnel.
Oh yeah.
I remember being in that wind tunnel and taking one breath and not being able
Yeah.
to breathe.
All right, so we walk in and it was cold that day, I think. What
I
happened?
remember.
I wrote down something for the Pueblo Zoo, right?
It
I don't
was
know.
kind of raining.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh, it was mostly
That's
just for
right,
the
it was-
gibbons. So there were gibbons. There was these two gibbons, which are the really loud like whoop monkeys.
Best part of the
so
zoo.
We were trying to mess with them, but then they weren't. They just
You
were
were
having
trying to mess with the monkeys.
Yes.
not like mess with them, like audibly.
We were trying
mess
to
with
get them to
not like-
howl.
Not like throwing stuff at them or like anything like that.
We were just trying to get them to howl.
Yeah, it was mostly Tay.
Yes.
But then we
I
walked
like the
away, and there was
monkey
this
sounds.
crazy, like, crackhead-looking emu at a different one.
Uh.
And then we were looking at the lions, and we heard that somebody had upset the gibbons or something. So we all, like, run back to the gibbons because they were making noise. We're like, now is the time.
Well, I remember
found this,
the emu was like, this emu is very curious.
Yeah.
For the love of God, do not stick anything, any body part, any food, anything through the gate.
Yeah. That thing looked crazy. I hope we got a picture of that emu. I don't know
I
if we
don't
did.
remember.
I don't even know if we got video of that. So the gibbon exhibit also had like these two really small deer in there. I forget what they were. They were like some African small wild deer or something. They were like 3 feet tall.
And they just had to deal with the
Yeah,
monkeys.
they just had to deal with the poor monkeys. And so we probably sat there for like 10, 15
We
minutes.
We spent the most time at the monkeys
We
than
did.
any other exhibit.
I loved the monkeys.
They were awesome.
I spent like $5 on a novelty cup that has a monkey on it because I was thirsty. It's like, damn, I need something to drink. And all they had was the fucking $5 novelty cups.
Yeah,
That
it was
is
so
not
small.
worth it.
It
It was
so small.
literally like the size of my palm for $5.
Yeah, after we left, the monkeys were still going, and we went over to look at the lions, and the lions started yelling at the monkeys. Anything else happen there? We went and
I
saw
don't
some
think so.
snakes and stuff. Went and saw some
that was-
penguins.
That was before the monkeys, but yeah.
Oh, there were these Canadian geese guarding one of the pathways, so we couldn't go that way. Eventually, we did.
Oh yeah, it tried to attack us. It's because I had a baby. Well,
I was
I
offering little
forget.
sticks.
Yeah, Gavin got a little too close, and it started to square up at him, and he was like, "Oh, okay."
Wasn't there a little girl that was like copying everything Tay was saying?
Yeah, we were looking at they were like these really small monkeys inside,
Oh my god, I loved them.
and Tay was like, "Oh, they're so cute," and this little girl would look at her, and then she would look at her mom and go, "They're so cute, mommy." And then Tay was like, "Oh, they're so little," and she's like, "They're so little, mommy." And then I was like, "Quick, Tay, tell them they look stupid."
You should have done it.
It would have been funny if
There's
she
this-
copied that.
There was a massive alligator turtle that was terrifying.
Oh my god, I remember that
It
shit.
just sat there because it was in a tank full of like fish. I think it was waiting. We think it was waiting for food.
Alligator turtle?
Yeah, it was massive. It was huge.
It's a freaking snapping turtles, bro. I can't with them.
Like
Yeah.
if you stuck your hand in there, it would you would no longer have a hand.
Why was it that was at the zoo?
Yeah.
It was in one of the exhibits with fish.
I'm assuming it was in an exhibit. You couldn't get at it.
Yeah.
Well, no, you could
Well,
stick
no,
your
you
hand.
could.
Well,
You definitely could. It was like one of
I
those
think you-
glass half walls
yeah.
filled with water because it was like a tank. So
I
like,
can't
your
remember
hand in it.
exactly if you could reach into it or not, but
oh, that's
I
terrifying.
mean, if you really wanted to, you
I don't know why you
probably
would.
could.
Good lord, that's scary thinking about. It didn't move at all while we were looking at it. It was waiting for
It's like a
its time.
dinosaur.
Literally. Yeah. So I think we went back to cats. At some point we got
we got edibles.
edibles because we're in Colorado. And so
And we are over the age of 21.
we are over the age of 21 and it's also legal in the state that we live in, but we have CBD, I think.
No, it's not CBD, it's THC, which is synthetic.
Well, is it here? Oh, wait, we have
Okay.
synthetic. That's what it
We have Delta, which is
Oh, yeah, it's Delta.
derived from the plant.
Oh.
So normally, like if you were to go get actual real weed,
I don't
it
remember what
would
I
be
said,
like,
but Delta is what I meant.
yeah, it would be like 30 to 40% THC. Delta is like 3. Delta 8 or 9 is like 3, I think.
Honestly, I didn't know much of it. I mean, the stuff we took was like,
It was 2.5 milligrams of THC, and like a normal edible here is 10 milligrams. So that's like kind of your
'Cause-
conversion rate.
me and Gavin went in and we're like, we're from Minnesota. We're used to Delta. Is what would you recommend for starting? And we got this like pack of like
We got a pack of 40 Skittles.
quote unquote Skittles for $26.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
I was already tired when we took them, so I got incredibly tired, and that was
oh my
it.
god, yeah, we all were
Yeah.
I had like Kat was asking Tay like if I was okay because I just like I had no emotion and I just looked like I was sick of everything. And I was
When
so
Gavin
tired.
gets tired, when Gavin gets tired, he has a resting bitch face.
Yeah.
It's like imagine resting bitch face, but just like more. Because I just looked like pissed at the world. But I was just really tired and it gave me a really bad headache. So I didn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because like I was like, this is stupid. I think we all waited a while and then we took another one. And it just, we just got more tired.
And then we waited another while and took another one, except for you.
Yeah, I only had 2. So I never did it again. Because I was like, I don't... Like, it takes me more anyway to do things. Or like, it takes me more amount for anything to work on me. And I was like, I don't want to just do more and get more tired and get more of a headache. But
Let's
you guys
see.
took more. Kat took more.
Yeah.
And it
well, that was a
seemed to-
different.
Seemed to do fine.
That was
Yeah,
a
this
different
wasn't
day.
Other days. So
Yeah. Well, it fucked Cat up.
it did. That's right. Well, Kat got crossed and she woke up high the next morning.
Oh.
I think that was the first time though.
Yeah.
No, that was
Was
the
it?
first time.
Yeah.
And then
And
we played.
she
We
just
played
didn't
the
get
first
crushed
time.
anymore. She just did the edible.
Was it the first time or the second time you played that game where you had to try and figure out
Oh god,
what the
that was
scrambled
the,
words?
That was the
I think
second
it
or
was
third
the second
time.
time.
It was basically, if anybody know what Mad Gab is, it's basically that, but it was like, I don't know, more Gen Z theme.
All I remember is we only did the sex
we
ones.
only did the kink cards, they're called.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And
Yeah.
Gavin was weirdly good at it.
I'm just, my
For,
dad is
for
really good at
someone who
Mad Gab.
claims to be, never mind. We're not going down
Hmm?
that road.
So it would be
No,
it would just
say
be
it.
like a
No,
jumble
no.
of things, and you'd have to
I
like
was good at
put them all together and
deciphering it,
figure it.
Noah.
I'll type in the
I was good at
episode 7 in the chat.
deciphering it, Noah. I know what you're getting at.
I was
I
not
won,
good at
though.
deciphering.
It's because I'm super vanilla. That's what Noah's getting at.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, so you know things? Hmm? So
Hmm.
yes, Noah.
Listen, I'm not saying nothing.
Well, I can tell what you're trying to say.
Listen, you're putting words in my mouth.
Well, you were
That's not the only
agreeing.
thing being
We're
put in
about
your
to
mouth.
type those words.
my god. Someone call Logan a cab.
Put me a cab. What?
Logan, you're a cab.
Thank you, Jack. That's exactly what I wanted.
I don't understand.
Whatever.
Anyway,
The uninitiated will never know.
I didn't even win.
Yeah, I
despite,
won.
Like, I thought I was doing
It-
really well.
I don't remember. The only one I remember getting is Dominatrix.
You caught up to me towards the end.
Yeah, that's because my brain started to work again. My brain no work well when high.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
My mental
Oh.
function drops by at least 50 brain cells, and I think I
I'm-
might only have 50 in the first place.
I'm actually
You just
surprised
never
that
saw
I
it,
won.
So, let's see. So, another day we went to get Korean barbecue.
Yeah,
I love Korean barbecue.
That was fun. And
we
then
gotta get more of that alcohol we had.
me
I
and
remember
Logan
it
got
was card
some soju.
Soju, yeah.
soju. That was so fucking good.
Oh,
You
had
can-
soju?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
really good. We had grape. It was like a normal bottle of like, what, I
Well,
think it was
I
like
don't-
12 ounces or something.
For
It
my
was
birthday, I
12%.
want to go to a Korean barbecue somewhere here.
I don't know why it happens, but I have discovered that if I find something I like to drink, I can drink it. As soon as I eat something, every
was
piece of
like-
alcohol I have tastes like shit.
You
I
had
don't know
like
what it is.
3 different like drinks with our food that whole time we were there, and every time you were like, "Oh yeah, this is pretty good." We'd start eating, and he was like, "I can't drink this anymore."
Because it happened with the
So I got to
soju,
drink it.
it happened with the Seagrams, and it happened with something else. It
You
was when we
had
were at
something at the Nebraska
Chili's.
hotel, and then you had something.
Oh,
at
yeah,
the
that
Chili's. Yeah.
every single time. It's like, yeah,
'Cause
this
you just
isn't
had, like,
terrible.
The
And
Chili's,
then I
you
would
just
eat.
had like a lemonade thing, a strawberry
Yeah.
lemonade.
It was like, this is okay. And then I would eat. It's like, I can't drink this anymore. This tastes like shit. I don't know why it happens, but it happens.
Mm-hmm.
It happens to me too. The only time it didn't happen was the Seagrams that I got. Because
Oh, yeah,
it had
those ones
the
were good.
Hawaiian Pog one in it. There was like a
I want more
pineapple
Seagrams.
something. They're really good. I liked the ones that I had,
I just
but I
everything.
love the strawberry daiquiri ones though.
99% of the time I can mix just anything.
I was a little upset when I drank 5 Seagrams in a row and felt nothing.
Right. Yeah, so that was another day we went to Taste Stream. Or not Taste Stream. I don't know why I said
Cat
that.
stream.
Cat
We-
Stream. Cat was streaming.
We
and
streamed Overcooked
Oh, yeah.
before her Wi-Fi just straight up died.
Yeah, and then we just kept playing. She was like, yeah, fuck this. So we stopped. And then we played Mario Party games, except just the games, because we got sick of
Yeah.
playing the regular Mario Party.
We played just
Just the
The
mini
fucking-
games.
the mini games.
And we played some Mario Kart. And then, let's see. We went to Denver one of the days. And we went to get Waffle House first for breakfast.
I want more Waffle House. I'm
Waffle
going to be
House is
honest.
good. I wish we had it here. It's a nice change. Their hash browns are strange. They look like noodles.
Honestly, I didn't mind the hash browns. They're fucking waffles,
There
though.
were so many hash browns that it was like, okay, I'm kind of sick of eating this many hash
I
browns.
wasn't a fan of the hash browns.
I don't know. I like the hash browns, but
They,
I do too.
They were like too crisped for me.
I
Well,
like
the top
like
layer was
that the
crisp
top-
and the bottom wasn't.
That's what I like. I like the top being crisp, but the bottom not
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I do too, but it was just like
too
Over-
crispy.
yeah, it was overcooked to the point where like if I bit it, it hurt. You know,
Mm.
I did not
Mm.
have that problem.
Yeah. I
maybe
didn't
it
have that
was just
either.
mine.
But
what did I get? Just something
you
with
had
chicken
like
and
so
bacon
me and
or
Gavin
something?
got pretty much the same thing except different
yours was
ingredients.
better.
Mine was better. Mine was like a hash brown at the bottom, and then it had sausage, egg, and cheese.
I think mine just
And
had.
it was like a bowl. Yours just
hash
had
browns,
chicken and
eggs.
cheese and
Oh yeah.
oh, I
it
don't.
was
Yours
cheese.
didn't even have
Or-
eggs. It was literally just hash brown, chicken, and
Oh, it didn't.
cheese. I don't think it had eggs.
I don't remember. But it was still.
But
It was alright. I
Their
wouldn't get it again
Chipotle,
'cause
or not their
there's other good
Chipotle.
stuff.
Their
Waffles.
their Waffle House sauce
Oh
was
yeah.
really
yeah.
good. But it's like one of those sauces where if you put too much on, it's not good.
Yeah, it was kind of similar to like Thousand Island, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's probably
it
the
would
best.
it would be where I had to get
closest
like
thing.
it was like literally I had to get like a spoonful or whatever, and then put a little bit on top, and then eat
That's
it.
what I did. I
be-
was just like getting a
Because if
spoonful
I
and
put
then
it on my
squeezing it.
actual food, it was going to be too much. But I ordered a waffle because we're a Waffle House,
Mhm.
and like none of their menu options actually had a waffle in it except one. So it's like fuck it, I'll just get a waffle on the side and
Okay.
eat it.
Hold on. Can I say something? You say you go to Waffle House, so you have to order a waffle, but you go to Outback Steakhouse and you don't order a steak?
We didn't go to Outback Steakhouse. We went to Texas
Whatever.
Roadhouse.
Texas Road.
Yeah.
Same
It doesn't
thing, it's
have
a
steak in the
steakhouse.
name.
That doesn't
It's
have steak
not.
in the name.
Steak place,
It
okay?
do- I won't
I had
stand
the
for
chicken
it.
steak.
That's chicken!
No, chicken steak is the best.
I'm not
That
saying it's
chicken
not
was
good, I'm just
fucking
saying.
amazing.
You go to a steakhouse and you don't order steak, but then you're like, oh, I gotta get a waffle
It was-
because
it's
we're at
toast-
Waffle
it's-
House.
It's a roadhouse, not a
There's
steakhouse.
nowhere written on the front
Ever.
of the board that says you have to get a steak here.
I'm not saying
It
you
does not have
have
steak
to.
in the name.
Well then,
I'm just
stop
saying.
complaining.
Literally, Waffle House literally has a waffle in the name, so I had to get
Oh
a
my
waffle.
God.
Can we please go to Texas
Yes.
Roadhouse?
Yes.
I have never been, and I need to.
Waffle
Yes.
House is fucking amazing, and I want to go back. I would say it's a little overhyped. It's not as good as people say it is, but it's still good.
Hey, but
Yeah.
you don't go to Waffle House for the food. You
I would go
there
to
at
Waffle House
2
for the
a.m.
food.
You go there
at
for the
2
conflict.
a.m. And
I wanna- we
free
went-
entertainment.
We went at like 10 a.m. I want to
That's your
get
problem.
no. You gotta get both.
Yeah,
we gotta
both
go at
sides of
2
the
a.m..
spectrum.
Yeah, 10 a.m.'s like the calm crowd, and then you gotta go at 2 a.m.
Anytime after like 10.
You
I
wanna
want to
tell
go back
the-
to Waffle House.
You want to tell the story of the Meow Wolf, Logan?
I forgot what Meow Wolf
The-
was.
the what?
Yes, so we drove past this place in Denver on our way to the hotel the first night. Where it's like, oh, this place, it was like a really colorful building. It was a big building. It said Meow Wolf on the side. I was like, what is that? I want to go to it. And then you looked it up, and it was like some what was it? It was like some autistic, like educational something. Was it? It was like some experience. But now I get ads for it everywhere on YouTube and like Google whenever I look up anything because I looked it up once.
I think it was like $45 a person, and we're like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
45?
yeah.
Brother.
35.
Just go to Walmart, you get the same thing.
But it's bright
Just
colors and
Literally, just
some
look it
other
up
stuff.
on YouTube or on Google right now.
The
and
original
you'll
permanent
see-
Meow Wolf exhibit, House of Eternal Return, the game
Hey, yo, the game?
by Nimble Neuron. Okay,
We're
about
going to
Can I
the
go
House of
to-
Eternal Return.
about the House of
I
Eternal.
feel like this is
Return.
some, like, cult something or other.
It looks crazy.
It very well could be.
Just
This has gotta
like I
be
said,
some
Google
cult
it.
thing.
Google Meow Wolf. Meow
I'm
Wolf
not gonna
Denver.
do that.
It
I
looks
don't think I want to.
cool. No, do it. It looks really cool.
Do it. all you're gonna see is pictures of the inside. Look up Meow Wolf Denver and just look at images
They allow
and look at that
breastfeeding.
shit. It literally just looks like you're walking through a place on LSD.
It's really
Alright,
cool.
you convinced me. What the
So-
fuck is it called?
Meow,
Meow
space wolf.
Meow Space Wolf Denver and just hit images.
You don't even have to look at Denver. You don't even have to add Denver. And like, so this is.
Convergence Station?
We didn't expect this to be like $45 per person. So next time we go to Colorado, we're going to this.
we had
Holy
decided
shit,
we want to
dude.
go to Meow Wolf and then like, oh, the price.
Yeah. Like, there's just crazy images of this
You also
place.
have to book ahead of time.
Oh.
Bruh, we're booking ahead of time and we're taking edibles and walking around here.
Right?
Yeah, general admission is $45.
Yeah.
Okay, but $45 for a life-changing experience?
We fly to Colorado just for.
Hey, Cat, we're in town. We're just seeing Meow Wolf. Bye.
Yeah, sorry, we're in Denver, but we're just going to see Meow Wolf. That's it.
Oh, they've only got a handful of locations. Colorado, Texas, New Mexico, and Nevada.
Oh, I didn't know there were more.
There's only
I knew there
4.
was more.
Yeah. So we ended up going to some mall in Denver and went to Sequest. That
Which
was-
they had fucking. It advertised itself as an aquarium, but they had non-aquarium things there.
Yeah, they had like rabbits and like what else?
They had a
Birds.
thing where you could pay to pet a baby kangaroo.
Wait, they had kangaroos here too?
Yeah, they had a baby kangaroo. They had like remember the baby joeys?
No.
Was
There
it
was also like you could pay to have like a
Please.
sloth interaction and shit.
A
Sloth?
sloth
Oh, that's
interaction?
right. It was like a separate thing you had to pay
Yeah.
for, and they would get.
You had to
like,
pay.
other rooms.
There was like some type of cat cub. There was baby sloths. There was baby kangaroos.
There was a room where you could go in and sit with like a bunch of birds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this was at an aquarium. A
There
place that called itself an aquarium had all of this shit.
Well, its name was literally Sequest.
Yeah.
They also had like guinea pigs
There were no raccoons.
and like lizards and snakes.
There should have been raccoons.
Literally.
I would have paid.
I was
to sit with
upset. They had so many plushies there, but no raccoons.
Mm-hmm.
They literally-
unicorn plushies and stuff.
They had like dinosaurs and,
Yeah, I don't
and
understand.
fucking unicorns and
Okay, but I got to pet stingrays, and that made me very happy.
They were really
they're
funny
slimy.
looking.
I don't like them.
Yeah. Logan was scared to shove his head inside of the big shark.
What
Was it, like,
the-
dead?
I thought you were gonna say where the stingrays were.
No.
And I
There
was
was
like,
a-
why would he shove his head in there?
There was a big shark thing.
Oh
It
yeah.
I don't know what you would call it.
I don't
think I
remember
was
being scared to
preoccupied
stick my
By
head in
the
it.
stingrays.
You
I told
were
you to-
What was
preoccupied.
happening?
Oh, there was like a place in the Stingray Park where you could like go underneath the water.
Mhm.
It was cool. I was under the water. I vlogged it.
Hello.
I
They also had
What-
super fancy bathrooms at this place. It was crazy.
Oh yeah.
And I will say I was gonna save it for the video, but I did a tour of the bathroom.
You did Gavin, that's illegal.
There was nobody in there.
That is still illegal.
There was nobody
No,
in there.
there's no one in
I
there.
did a tour of the bathroom.
It's still illegal.
No, tell me where.
Did we do? We had
Just
to have
admitted to
done.
breaking the law on tape.
Where? Tell me where. Where does it say it is illegal?
A film inside a public restroom.
I don't know.
Did we
But
do something
Your
before
Honor, no
Sequest?
one was in there.
Okay. Noah might be right. So if he's right, I can just describe it. Except I'm not going to. Pretty much the only thing I'm going to say is that there was
I
a
think
place
it's-
to put your baby inside of the poop stall. So like you could just go in and push your baby on this chair right by you while you take a shit.
That was in the women's bathrooms too.
Did we do? Was it?
huge.
Was it before or after we did something? Because we did something other than Sequest that day. Oh, we went to the botanical gardens. That's what it
Oh
was.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it was
really
super
nice
fucking
there.
hot outside, and it.
It
Yeah.
was really hot. We
It
went
looked
to a
really nice
we
though.
went to a triangle place of science.
It was shitty in there.
was
It wasn't a
pretty
good
shitty.
triangle of science. Should have been the triangle of stupidity.
You hated it that much?
It was
It was
so
It was pretty
lame.
lame.
It was really lame. Like you walked
Like
in,
the
it was
outside
so
level,
barren inside of it, and the only things that you could do were these.
There's like 4 things to look at.
you spin a ball to see a movie,
Hold on,
and there was
hold
like
on, hold
5
on.
different stations of that.
Go back like 2 minutes. I cut out.
What do you mean you cut out?
I don't know. Everything stopped for a second.
Okay. We were just talking about those stations
It was probably right before the stations.
where we were talking about the stations that you moved the ball to see a movie, and there's like 5 of them, and they were all
Yeah.
like the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had to friggin'. We were gonna get a drink at this like stand, but this dude was like, "I have to wait for my manager" or something like that because
His
the
his
thing
card reader
working.
wasn't working.
And it's offline.
And-
Like credit card machines can still process things. It just won't show up until it gets internet again. So like you can process like an infinite amount of stuff, but it just won't post because it doesn't have internet, which is totally fine. You can do that. It just when it gets internet again, it'll process everything.
Yeah, and so because that happened before we went into the triangle thing of science, and then
Yeah.
we went in there, and then we walked back out, and there was a new group of people in front of the thing, so we're like, oh, it must be up and running again, and then
He had like fully served them before telling them, "Oh yeah, my my credit card machine is down."
yeah, so it was like, why are you serving people then? What is going on?
Like he served them as like, "Yeah, I gotta get my manager out here so I can get the credit card machine working." Like you told the last people before you served them, and then told them where else they could get their shit, and then now you're telling these people after you've served them that your credit card thing isn't working.
I don't think we did anything after that. I think we just went back to Cats to hang out. And we watched
Pack
a
Battle.
Studio Ghibli movie. Pack Battle? Oh yeah, we did a
We bought
Pokemon.
one Pokemon pack each. I won't reveal the winner. You'll have to watch the video.
yeah.
Ooh.
We don't know when it's gonna
Ooh.
come out.
Don't
is it?
worry, it's totally exciting
Yeah,
and
right.
suspenseful. Gavin didn't know what half the Pokemon are because he hasn't played the new Pokemon game.
Yeah, and I, yeah. All right. Did anything else happen before we left? Because I don't really remember anything.
no.
I think that was about everything that happened.
We had pizza.
We did.
We had.
made curry. Curry was good.
Yeah, I remember the curry. That was banger.
God, I love the
It
curry.
could have been
that
better, but
make.
we had to make it in a like countertop skillet.
A griddle? Isn't that
Yeah.
what it-
Oh, it was a.
Yeah.
Skrillet.
I don't. I think it was. I don't know if you would classify
Griddle?
it as a griddle because it was like a deep.
It was
sided
a
thing.
deeper griddle.
Yeah.
It was the same size
Right.
and shape of a griddle, but it was a
Right.
little deeper.
So it was weird. So the sauce was a little dry.
Yeah, because we're used to making it in like your wok.
Yeah. The
So-
cat doesn't have a wok or a regular skillet, so we use that.
L plus walkless.
We probably could have just made it in a
Wokless.
pot.
We wouldn't have enough
It was
space
still
we
really
dumped, like,
good.
everything we had. in
Don't
there.
worry about it.
We dumped
It
an
was
entire bag
still
of
really
potatoes,
fucking good.
an entire
was
bag
still
of green
really good.
beans, an entire bag of corn, and I had like a pound and a half
We didn't
of
use
chicken
corn.
I was surprised. Like
or carrots. I don't know why I said corn.
baked carrots are like the bane of my existence. They were really good. Like I
Yeah.
didn't even. I don't think I think I still ate the carrots.
What can I say?
They were pretty good.
And well, it wasn't all you. Gavin helped.
I
Well,
cut the chicken.
I'm gonna say the sliced frozen carrots that you get at like any grocery store. You know it's not the ridged ones, just the regular like sliced ones. They are always the best to put in things. I don't know what it is about the way that they cook. I think it's because
Yeah.
they're already cooked and then they get frozen and then you just basically like cook it again.
Me and Gavin were looking for the ingredients, and he wanted to get like one giant potato. I was like, no, just get a bag of mini potatoes.
That was usually
They're
that's
so
usually
much
what we
easier.
do.
I remember walking up and seeing Gavin holding the non-frozen ridged carrots, and I said, "No, absolutely."
You
the
took it out
fuck
of my hand
not."
and said, "No, we got more Seagrams there." Or that's where we got our Seagrams.
Oh yeah, it
Just
is.
in the middle of the Walmart. The Walmarts over there were huge. We went to 2 different
Oh my
Walmarts
God.
in Colorado. Those things were massive. They
It
have
was
huge
kind of
Walmarts over there.
intimidating.
Yeah.
You realize it's been like an hour, and we haven't even got to the
Yep.
to the tea.
Yeah. So I think
To
I
the
think that
meat.
was just about everything.
We've been on the potatoes this entire time.
Yeah. So
Listen, it was an eventful trip, you know.
Yeah.
right. Well, it was a whole week. We were there for a while.
Yeah,
So-
I thought you guys were only going for like a weekend or something.
No, we went the whole week.
No.
So we left on Friday morning.
Yeah, we left Friday morning.
Friday morning, because we were gonna see if we could drive the entire way and get back Friday night, or 'cause I think if we got back Friday night, it would be like 3 or 4 a.m. or something. But then I think we decided that we were gonna stop in like Lincoln or Omaha, Nebraska. So the way back, we went through Kansas. I think it was raining the entire time we were in Kansas, literally. So
Nebraska
We-
and Kansas suck.
yeah, so we made it out of Kansas, and then we made it probably
Okay, but the Sonic in Kansas was really good.
true. Yeah, it
The
was
Sonic in
downpouring.
Nebraska sucked.
Yeah, the
That's
Sonic
so
in
true.
Nebraska sucked.
Downpouring while we went to the drive-through, and there was some kid walking around outside collecting garbage in the just downpour. I don't think he cared at all though.
Bro was having his like main character moment.
Right.
He was having his training arc.
And so we get
Trash.
here. Let me pull up a map. We are about to get to a place called Kearney, Nebraska, which is maps. It is
PTSD.
like it is probably an hour away from
It's
the
like
southern
40 minutes
border of
from-
Nebraska.
Grand Island.
Yeah, it's 40 minutes away from Grand Island, and it's probably here. Let's do 40. It's probably like in close to 2 hours between Grand Island and Lincoln, Nebraska, and then Lincoln, Nebraska.
was like-
Omaha's like an hour or 45 minutes or something.
I think it was almost 3 hours from there to Omaha,
Yeah, so
from Kearney.
we're literally like 2 miles away from Kearney, and we're driving on a place. The left side of the road is a lake, and it like drops off, like sheer drop off to the ditch, and this deer climbs up onto the road and just bolts across, and I nail it with my car. The right side, like passenger side of headlight, completely gone. And we gotta stop, and I'm just like, fuck. So we are in Nebraska, like not even the middle of Nebraska.
We were 8.5 hours away from home.
hmm And I nailed this deer, and because the road speed limit is 65 miles an hour, so we're going like 67 or something.
Cause like
And-
it came up from the left side of the road,
Yeah,
and
it
it was
stumbled
like
up.
a dip down, so
Yeah.
it had to jump
It
up
had to
onto the
climb
road.
up and then come across, and I see it, and I brake, and I'm like, I can't brake in time, so it smashes. And I have pictures. I'll put some pictures up for people watching on YouTube if I remember.
If you remember.
I wasn't even like, I was on my phone at the time, and I heard a crash, and I look up, and I just see brown and white flying.
Yeah. And so on the other side of the road, from where it came up, it's just like it's a big open like grassy area before it gets to like a little bit of woody area, like woods, and it gets nailed, and it just slides all the way down, and it's probably like, I don't know, 20 yards probably to like the woods, and it's like right on the edge there. And so I had to call AAA, whatever, and get a stupid tow truck and figure out how the hell we're gonna get home, because Tay had to work on Sunday, and I had to work on Monday. And so the closest, or like the only place around us, well, I guess towards home, was in Grand Island, which is why we brought up Grand Island. So we had to get a tow truck.
The only place
for
that was going to
40
be
minutes.
open the next day.
Yeah, the only
Every
place
other
that
place was going to be open Monday.
because of course it's Friday and nothing is open. No, because why would you have like a mechanic place open on the weekend?
This was Friday at like 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it was probably like 7:30 to 8. It was
Yeah.
like dusk, peak dusk hours, peak deer time. And so we get our tow truck, whatever, and it's this total like Borderlands character that comes out, and like he's like the definition of luck 100, and he's just drunk all the time. Like that's his character.
Yeah.
It's like he's this like tall, lanky, like Georgian, because he's from Georgia originally, like hillbilly guy.
Yeah.
Like he was setting up everything and getting the car up, and I was like, is there anything that we can do? And then he just like he looks at me with this like sideways cocked head and goes nope, and then just whips these massive chains under my car, and it's just this massive clatter, and I was like, oh my god. But
Oh my god! And then a police officer
and a
pulled
police
up.
officer pulled up, and he's getting all our information and stuff, and I had to file some crash report thing, and he's like, all right, I gotta go make sure the deer's dead. And we're just like, okay. So we watch him go over to his car. He turns around the side of the car with a full AR, and we're just like, oh my god. And Smithers, our tow truck driver, is like, yeah, you might not want to watch this. And so like he walks down by the deer, and the deer starts moving. The deer has not moved for like 20-30 minutes that we were waiting for this tow truck. And then the deer like gets up and tries moving, and it's up, a shot from the gun goes off, and the guy was, we all waited for a second because we were just like, oh my god. And then Smithers, our tow truck driver, was like, told ya. But then the deer starts moving, like he's still alive, and so he tries to get up and run away, and so he had to get shot twice to get put down, and then the police officer just left. So
For
somebody else
anyone
would
who hasn't
pick it up.
seen the podcast before, we've decided that anybody we do not want to say the name of is being replaced by Smithers.
Hmm.
That is why
Yeah.
Gavin is calling the tow truck driver Smithers.
Yeah. So Smithers is a very open individual. So over the course of the 40 minutes that it took for him to get us to Grand Island, it was an interesting drive, and he showed
Oh my
us
god! He kept
Interesting
going on
pictures.
his phone.
he
while
was like-
literally-
scrolling
and
through
it
we were
was
in the
phone
middle
gallery.
of driving, and he just pulls out his phone and goes into his gallery, and I was like, oh no.
He
But,
showed us a bunch of his friends and him
In
like
a lake.
bare asses in a lake,
Um,
and he was like, "We almost got kicked out because it's a national park."
Yeah.
We're like, "Yeah, I wonder why."
Because there was skinny dipping in a national park. There were like 10 of these guys in this lake mooning the camera. And he was like, in case you wanted to see grown man ass, there it is. And we're like, oh, that's great, buddy. Yeah, so we got dropped off at this place, and it was like 8:30 to 9, and there was a mechanic still there, and he was like,
Thankfully,
yeah, and he was a super chill guy. His name was Smithers.
Smithers.
I almost just said his name, but that's fine. It probably would have been
His
fine.
name was
His name was
Smithers.
Smithers.
Oh yeah,
the
totally.
Legend of Smithers.
And so, like, he was still there for some reason, but he was, like, super in a hurry to get home. So, yeah, he was like, okay, yeah, no, we'll get you settled all the way. We'll get you fixed up tomorrow. You'll be on the road tomorrow. I I was like, okay, cool. And then he was like, can you give me your phone number so I can call you? And I was like, all right. So I gave him my phone number, and he's like dialing it so like on Samsung. I don't know how Apple dialing works, but like in Samsung, you can dial a whole phone number in the phone app and then just like close it and leave it. And it'll stay there as long as you don't close the app. And I was like, there's no way he just saved my phone, because he just typed it out and like that was it.
I'm sure he did,
But
but
he had another phone.
the next day he brought a different phone with
Yeah,
him, meaning
'cause,
he
like,
no longer had Gavin's phone number.
It was like 1 or 2 o'clock or something. It was like probably noon. And I was like, we should probably go there because he hasn't called me yet. And he said he would call by like 8 in the morning, and it was like 11 or noon. We were just playing Slay the Spire in the hotel room.
So
but we drive down
we
there.
we took pretty much all of our stuff out of Gavin's car,
Mhm,
lugged it with an Uber to the hotel room.
mhm.
I think I paid
then-
for about like 7 Uber rides while we were there.
Yeah, so the next
then
morning we got an Uber.
The next morning we had to grab all of our stuff and Uber back to the mechanic to see
Yeah.
what's gonna happen.
So we got an Uber, and this old guy named Smithers picked us up and drove
Different
us.
Smithers?
Yeah, a different Smithers.
Different Smithers. Respect Smithers.
Respectfully,
The Smithers.
a different Smithers, and he picks us up and brings us over, and then we were waiting there for a while, and we had to go like talk to the guy, and he was like, "Oh, so you really did a good amount of damage. That deer really hit you good." And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Well, give me 24 hours, and you'll be on the road." And I was like, "Okay, so we're not gonna be able to go home tonight." He's like, "No, I underestimated the amount of damage that your car took." I was like, "Oh, great." So we had to wait a whole other day.
This was Saturday.
This was Saturday.
We're
and
not done with Saturday.
We were told that we would be staying, or we were told we would be able to go home on Saturday, and now we're being told we have to go home on Sunday. So
Yeah,
We're still
Tay
8
can't
hours
make it to work.
home.
Yeah, we are 8 hours away from home, and so we're just like, all right, what do we do? Because we got a hotel. We talked to a hotel, and they were just like, yeah, you can't do check-in until 4. So we're like, okay, whatever. So we go to Burger King. We call an Uber.
We call an Uber.
It's
Burger
the
King
same
for so
Smithers that
long.
picks
It's
us
the
up.
same Smithers that dropped us off at the mechanic that picked us up. And we sit at Burger King for like a good 2 hours
Yeah,
with backpacks in my suitcase.
yeah.
We probably
Sitting there.
look homeless.
Yeah, because we were there like probably
I mean,
close to
technically
open.
were in the circumstances.
Right. Well, we were stranded in a completely different
Yeah, but we
state.
had our own money, so I don't.
Yeah, like food, like we paid for food.
Because I know
And-
people will get kicked out if they're homeless because they didn't pay with their own money, you know?
Mhm.
Like, and stuff
Well,
like
I
that.
paid-
but, like,
I paid with our credit card or
Yeah.
debit card technically, but
so that's probably
it's not like I
why.
paid in cash.
But it also wasn't busy at all, so they probably just didn't really care.
Yeah.
There was also a kid in there just
Yeah.
singing "BK, have it your way" for like 20 minutes.
You rule. And I don't know if he. Okay, it sounded like he was saying no rules, but it also sounded like he was saying you rule. So I don't know if he actually knows the BK song, because he very well could have just been saying you rule or no rules, whichever one is not the right one. And there was this Mexican restaurant right across the alley, like the way from the Burger King, and you know how people have like custom signs and stuff. This custom sign on this Mexican restaurant was "Welcome, Open, Burgos Queen."
I remember
I took a picture of it. It says "Welcome home, BURGOS Queen." We're like, is this supposed to be Burger Queen, like Burger King, or? So I got a Burger King crown because they were just there.
Do you still have it?
I don't. I threw it out.
Why?
Before we
That's a
got to
core- that's a-
our hotel.
That's a core memory,
I
Gavin.
didn't want it. I did not want
Then
it.
why did you want it so bad when we were there?
I was feeling down, and I just wanted to be cheered up.
You were feeling down and needed a crown.
I need exactly. So we eventually wait long enough to where we can get an Uber to the hotel that we're gonna have to stay at,
And we
Oh
just
my
sit in the
God, it
lobby
was-
for like an
It
hour.
was such a snooze fest at the freaking lobby because no connection
Hmm.
at all.
We had to watch
And I was-
football.
I'm not a sports person. I
Yeah.
can't
I didn't mind.
watch sports. Well,
Yeah.
you were in the one spot where you can get connection. So you weren't even watching the football. You were watching your phone.
I needed I needed to charge my phone.
Yeah, that was the reason we had to leave Burger King because Logan's phone was dying. So we
Listen,
we
I
stayed there for a
need to
while.
get a new battery for it.
And there was this
You
like
should've-
total what, Noah?
No, I was gonna say you should have like taken like a like human-sized hamster wheel and forced the BK have it your way kid to run on the hamster wheel to charge your phone. If he had enough energy to sing for like 20 minutes.
So the person at the hotel, what is it? What are they called?
The lobby
The
person,
lobby
the
secretary
lobbyist,
or
Receptionist?
something. Yeah.
receptionist.
Total
Yeah.
like the lady from Monsters Inc.
Roz?
Roz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She just like did not want to be there.
Complete disregard. Like she looked like she hated her not only her job, she looked like she hated life.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
hers was. It was getting to the prime ending time anyway, so I'm not surprised.
Right. And so
Wait, of her life or of the day?
both.
Life.
So we had to wait there for a while. She wouldn't let us check into our hotel early. But then we
Well,
went.
I mean,
wasn't
we did
ready.
check in early.
Oh, we
We
did.
checked in an hour early.
Oh.
Well, yeah, because our room wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, so we went. We tried because there. Okay, so there was an Italian place, right?
Oh my god.
There was an Italian place in this hotel somewhere, and we saw it on Google Maps. So it had to be around
We spent like 20 minutes looking. We literally walked through the entire hotel looking for this Italian
because it
restaurant.
was supposed to be right here, right? It was like supposed to be right in the middle. So we were like, oh, maybe it's a floor above us. So like we go wander around the floor above us, and it's not anywhere. We're like, where is this thing?
It
So
was-
we found out it was like attached on the side.
Yeah,
and
it was on the
in the
complete
middle where the
other
maps were
side
saying-
of it.
Yeah. So
It must have used to be over there or something.
I got this mojito that was like an amazing mojito, which is like it's a rum drink. And there was like no like it was a mint syrup. So like typical mojitos have just a shit ton of mint leaves, like physical mint leaves. And it's just like not usually a fun time to drink unless you like them, which is fine. I did not care for them. But this mojito was like all syrup stuff, and so there was no chunks of anything. It was so amazing. And I'm like never going to be able to have that again because like
Make it yourself.
all mojito places, I don't even know what they used. But like all mojito
Well,
places
you-
have actual mint leaves.
Just Google it.
What
Right.
do we remember
Mojito
what the
syrup.
restaurant?
Oh, we probably could look it up.
Jesus! All we need to do is figure out what hotel we stayed at, figure out what the Italian restaurant is, and look up their menu.
Yeah.
What was it called? Did it start
can-
with?
We can find it out.
I thought it started with an N or a D.
I don't remember.
We gotta
Either way.
Napolis?
Would it perhaps be an acronym DN?
We can.
no, shut up.
Was it Napolis?
It was Napoli's. So we had to stay
Look at
there
me.
again. We had to stay
Yeah.
there the night, and then we in the morning. I don't remember if I gave him a call.
Oh, wait,
or if we
hold
just
on.
drove out. Oh no, because we were
Hold
there
on.
until we.
Logan.
the
Okay,
checkout.
hold on. Logan called them
Oh, that's right.
And-
That's
as
okay,
right.
the
so,
night. Yeah.
In the morning.
So in the morning, it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and we didn't know if checkout went. Like checkout is usually 11, but we weren't sure. So I tried looking at the website. I didn't see anything right away. So I called the front desk and was like, "Hey, we're staying in the hotel right now. I was just wondering when checkout is." I hear the phone get set down, like she was trying to hang up because we found out later it was the same chick from last night. She went to go hang up on me, but missed. So I sat there for 10 seconds in silence. I was like, and then I heard a click. The bitch hung up on me when I was just trying to ask when the fuck checkout was. I ended up finding out on the website that it was 12.
Mm-hmm.
But like, god damn, is it that hard? Oh, checkout's at 12. Click.
Yeah. So after we
Oh,
checked
you had
out,
to say 3 words.
yeah, after we checked out, we found out it was the same person there, and we were just like hanging out in the lobby because we
Their
hung out in the lobby for
continental
hours before.
breakfast was also dog shit.
It was terrible. There was a wedding happening before, and so like when we were wandering around looking for Napolis, there were just like a bunch of like wedding guests just looking at us in the hallway, like they'd
like,
never seen
like
people
random
before.
people wandering.
They were acting like we were crashing the wedding by walking through the hotel hallway because that's where we had to walk to get places in the hotel.
Like, how dare you stay at
There
this
was-
hotel while we're having our wedding?
The hotel that we stayed at on Friday night had a mini golf place right by the pool.
Right next to
It
the
was
fucking pool.
super bougie. And
We should
oof.
go back.
I spent so much money on those 2 hotels, or 3. Yeah, 3
No.
or no, 2 hotels, because we had to stay the night, Saturday night. So we get up on
We
Saturday,
all had to
we
spend
leave.
more money than we wanted
The
to.
Roz had to kick us out of the hotel lobby because we weren't allowed to stay there for whatever reason because we're
Well, you-
homeless.
She literally said, after you check out, you're not allowed to stay in the lobby.
Yeah, but she let us stay there for like 45 minutes before she actually did something. And we were like, oh, that's fine. We're just getting an Uber. And we had to wait for like 15 minutes for the Uber, which we actually did order.
Well, because she was like, there's no loitering allowed and stuff like that. And I was like,
There was no sign.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's just like normal hotel customs, which we didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't know, so I was not on me. So, we get there and
We still had to sit
I
outside
had
for
to
like
sit
an hour.
outside for, well, it wasn't too long. It was like 10-15 minutes, I think.
It was
just
longer
felt-
than 10, 15
It just
minutes.
felt long.
It was at least 30 minutes.
Yeah. So we wait there.
well, it was really nice though because we were sitting outside of like some like
taco
dude's
truck.
like food truck.
It was a
It was
taco
like a
truck.
Mexican food.
Yeah, it was a
truck.
taco truck, but it had its own like board. Like, you know, when you go
Yeah.
to McDonald's, it has the big M on the thing. It had one of those, but it was just a
Well,
taco
they had-
truck.
They used the building right next to the mechanic place to house all their things.
Oh, that's true.
Well, it was a very like Mexican restaurant area,
Yeah.
and that because he like opened it up in the morning because it had been sitting there and stuff like that. So I don't think it ever moves.
Yeah.
But-
It was more a trailer than a truck.
Yeah, but we were sitting there in like the blazing sun, and this dude walks out and sets up an umbrella on the table for us, and we were like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. Like,
Thank
we'd never
you.
seen an umbrella before, too.
Because we were literally just sitting there with all of our stuff waiting.
Yeah. So we eventually got the car back, and I'll put up pictures here of the new face of the car.
Yeah,
We got the car back at like 1:30
And we were
and still had an
finally-
8-hour drive home.
We were finally able to drive back, and I was like, "Well, shoot, because I have to work tomorrow, so I'd like to be able to get home."
I
Right.
did too.
We get on to the freeway, and we're driving for like probably an hour, 45 minutes or something, and there's an accident in front of us, and it's just
Yeah.
stopped traffic completely. For
We were sitting
We
in
were
that
there for an
traffic
hour.
for like an hour, yeah, and then they
Yeah.
were like,
At least an hour, maybe hour and a half.
this car
Yeah.
that I got in this accident was flipped upside down. It was a pickup truck, and it was just
Obliterated?
destroyed. Totally.
yeah, well, because it ran into a semi,
Mhm.
It
So
ran
that's-
into the side of a semi.
so the
Oh,
semi was
okay.
completely untouched.
Basically, it had like a
Like,
little dent in
It was like the truck tried to merge, but then like side swiping a semi is pretty much
Mhm.
what had happened, and from there they went
Yeah.
wrong.
No, that dude probably died, which is really unfortunate. But there was no way someone could physically
Yeah, so there was an ambulance. and
survive
everything.
that unless they're just like like
Yeah. And there was a bunch of
immobilized
there
for
was
the
a
rest
bunch
of their
of
life or something.
asshole people on the freaking like shoulder, because it was like
Trying
it was
to
right
drive
by
by.
a merging area. So like there was like temporarily a third lane there because it was an on
Oh my
ramp.
god! And then there was like, I think it was an ambulance that was trying to get through, but
Mhm.
there was people on the sideline where he was trying to drive, and I was like,
Yeah, leave room for emergency vehicles.
yeah.
Don't be an asshole.
I mean, it's simple, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
People
So-
will be idiots. It's just
Yeah.
the way that it's gonna be. But yeah, no, we finally got out of that, and then there were like two other semi accidents we passed,
Yeah.
and we're like, what is up with this road? Like, why?
Yeah.
How many people are just stupid around semis?
But then
I mean, you'd be surprised. It's like 50-50. Sometimes the semi is the one that caused the accident, sometimes the driver.
Yeah,
Because like I've had it where I'll be driving down, like I had it happen one time where I was driving down the freeway and I mean my car is tiny so it's hard for them to see me, but like I was just
Ugh.
driving and I was towards the back end of their trailer and like they were going a little bit faster than me, and all of a sudden they started like merging over into my lane and I'm like, I'm gonna get hit here, and my choices were either like go onto the shoulder slightly to avoid it and then start to slow down gradually so that I don't get hit from behind, or you know, get
remember-
hit by a semi.
There was one time I was trying to merge. This was at like 6 o'clock in the morning, pouring rain, trying to merge onto the highway, and almost getting fucking rear-ended by a semi that did not give a shit. Like, the other lane was completely open, but they did not give a shit, and I almost got fucking rear-ended by a semi, and I had to pull over to the shoulder as quickly as I could.
yeah. Sometimes they just don't care. It's because they're the biggest on the road, so they know that they can get away with stupid shit. But like after all of that, we were driving a lot, and it was like dark out, and we were a little bit behind a truck, but
We
they
were,
were
like,
like
30
they're
feet.
in the other lane. A deer jumps out in front of this truck, and they hit it, and then like it flies like to the
Yeah,
middle of
it
like
was like a
the
big
road is a-
Silverado though, so it was mostly
Yeah.
fine.
they were fine.
But, like,
completely passed
like-
us again later on.
Being
Mhm.
30 feet from another deer accident
Literally.
is
Oh my
scary.
god. And on my way home, after I dropped you guys both off, 2 deer jumped out in front of me, but luckily I was going literally 45 miles an hour because I knew that shit would happen again. Oh, man. That sucks. I hate deer. Fuck the deer.
Me and Gavin didn't have to work Monday because Gavin called.
I had to
working,
call
like-
in because I got back to my house at 1:30 in the morning. I was like, I cannot work because I would have to get up at 5:30. It's like, that is
Hey,
not
still went
happening.
to work though.
4 hours is yeah. I went to work, and it was one of the busiest days.
Yeah.
I
I
was
remember
exhausted.
I had gotten home, and my parents were like, "Oh yeah, we're leaving for a trip, and we're gonna be gone for a week. You gotta get up at 6:30 because that's when we're leaving." So I went to bed at 2:30. Got up at 6:30. I was like, "Hey, so what am I doing for groceries?" They're like, "Yeah, here's the money. You gotta go grocery shopping."
Yeah.
I got
My-
4 hours of sleep that day.
My next day was spent with the insurance people figuring out my car stuff because somebody had to get my car. And freaking, so my insurance adjuster person told me, or they like wrote down, because they asked me how my car was doing and whatever. And like I told them that it was, like, we had to drive it home. We drove 8.5 hours home. But the insurance broker wrote down that our airbags went off, which usually means the entire vehicle is completely totaled from that point on. And so we were just like, well, shit, my car is completely drivable in its current state. Like, obviously it's not optimal.
don't get
Like, I'm
into
gonna
any
have to
other
get
accidents.
fixed because there was no front bumper on my car after
Yeah.
the work.
Wait, why did they write down that the airbags
I
went off?
don't
They
know.
didn't.
I don't know, but that pissed me off.
Isn't
So-
that like fault of information? Like,
I mean, we got it fixed eventually, I think. So I think it was okay.
but then it was still totaled.
Yeah. So it was a couple days after because the people had to pick up the car and take it to a place where they like they assess it, whatever, and then it's like whatever. But the total amount of damage done to the car would total up to like 11,000 X amount of money to fix a
That's
car, and so
less
they deemed
than
it.
what the car's worth.
It was less than, but they deemed it more than what it was worth to save the car. So they totaled my car instead of letting me fix it, which I guess was fine because I got a new car for a little bit more than that money. But like, I love that car. The car's awesome. And
I mean, you got kind of the same car.
yeah, but it's 2 years older, so I just bought another Forester. And
But you can.
it's the same
I think
color
the
and
only
everything.
thing that's really different is you don't have Bluetooth right now, but you can
Yeah,
fix
and I
that.
have to
And the radio
replace the front
kind of,
thing. The radio
sucks.
sucks so bad. Oh,
but it's still a good car.
I had to
So
drive.
it's like,
I had to get a rental for like the 2 weeks that I was without this car. So I go to Enterprise to get a new car on Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. Or wait, no, I think I got it Monday.
yeah,
before I
I
had to go
took
to work.
you there,
Yeah.
and the
So
car was.
we get there, and so like the insurance paid for like a week of having the car, but the terms were the car had to be like less than like $30 or $35 a day to rent. So at that lower price, you can only get a car so big, and it was like the lowest tier car. And so I got this small ass Chevy Spark, which is smaller than me. It's like 5 feet tall or something, and it's barely like they told me it was 4 doors, and I look out at the car. I was like, "There's no way this is 4 doors." So I look at it. I couldn't find the like how to get the other doors open if there were other doors. So I'm like, look, I'm dumbfounded by this vehicle that they gave me, and I hated it. It was way too small, and my work boots would get stuck on like the shit above the gas pedal and the brake pedal. So every once in a while, I would just like not be able to go at a stoplight because my boot got stuck. Oh, so but thankfully, a couple days ago from this recording, I was able to pick up my new car. So I have my new car, and we're good. And all that crap's
Next
behind
time we're
us.
taking a plane.
Next time, yeah, next time
Yeah.
we're taking a plane.
Can't hit a deer in the sky.
Yeah.
Hey, you'd be surprised.
And if they do, it's
test, don't
and if they
test.
do it, it's not my fault, and I don't have to pay.
Well,
for
if it happens, it's not like it's gonna do anything to the plane.
Hey.
Yeah.
Also, next time we're
Also,
bringing
don't-
Jack.
Yeah, next time we're bringing Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Jack was still here. I haven't heard you in a while.
The only thing Jack has said the past hour. Yeah.
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 I'm listening to the story.
Right. I
It
think
is
that
a
was.
pretty good story.
I think that was about everything.
Yeah.
This was long. It's been over an hour and a half. I hope you
I just
liked it.
remember
hope it was a
hating
good
life
story.
Monday and Tuesday
Dude,
because I was so tired.
I was able to at least sleep a little bit and get everything back. So
I think Tuesday morning before work, I literally just slept all morning
right. I wish.
because I was trying to recover sleep from Monday,
I think
sleeping 4 hours.
I think I slept all right. I had to get used to sleeping back in my bed again. Oh man,
Cat's spare room bed was.
what was the shape of the bed, Logan?
I said it was comfy, not.
Okay.
Not that
Well,
It's the
shit.
shape of a bed.
Okay, you said the bed was, and then I lost everything. So,
Why did you assume I was talking about the shape then? I'm
well,
confused.
you know that term. What is the shape of X? It's like how is it? Or what's the shape of it? You know.
I'm
Okay,
in love with
anyway.
the shape of you.
Push and pull like a magnet too.
Anyway, no, I didn't have much problem because the hotel bed wasn't that different from my bed. My bed is still more comfortable, but because I got that Tempur-Pedic.
Yeah, so that was our trip to Colorado. Next time it'll be better. Next time we're bringing Jack, and next time we're gonna take a plane.
It was good until Nebraska.
Next time,
Mm,
we can drink more because none of us have to drive
right?
Yeah.
because we're not. Because we're
Noah,
probably,
you can come too if you want to.
next time we're probably just gonna. What? What do you
Sorry,
mean?
no,
no?
sorry. I'm in a league game.
Oh, shut up.
That's what
Of
I
course
said,
you are.
no.
So next,
Nah, if
next
I,
time we just
if I
won't have a
have the
car.
finances, maybe.
That's
yeah,
fair.
That's fair. Yeah,
Are we gonna be able to rent a car next time?
we might.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I thought you had to be 25.
I was
Hold on.
I was literally just able to rent a car. I think it varies per state,
Um,
and even if
rental
you're X
car
amount of
age.
age,
I
I
think
think you just have to
it'd be
pay
different from-
extra if you're not of age.
It might also depend on driving record. So if you have a clean
Mhm.
record and try to rent a car, they're probably going to be a lot more likely to say, "Yeah, you can rent."
Yeah.
It says that you can be 21.
Okay.
So
Oh, Gore.
Oh, maybe they lowered it.
Yeah, I think because I think it's like 21 in Minnesota. I think maybe I'm not sure because I didn't have to pay extra because it was like a week. It was a week before my birthday,
Oh.
and I think 22 was supposed to be the age in Minnesota.
it says you only need to be 21 to rent a car in Colorado, but most rental car companies will assess a young driver surcharge because you're under
That's
25,
fair. Yeah.
and also may restrict the type of vehicle you can rent.
Probably.
Yeah.
So
Toyota
Well, we need a
Corolla.
car that can handle at least 4 to 5,
Yeah.
maybe even 6.
Toyota
Six.
We have
Corolla.
Cat.
Oh yeah.
Well, if Noah comes with us and we have Cat,
you know what?
that would be 6 people.
Trunk. He's fine with riding in the trunk.
Mom
Get a hatch-
van.
Rent a hatchback and put Noah in the back.
Can we get a man van?
Yo.
A 70s van.
Let's
Let's go. Three
I was
bench
thinking-
seat, baby.
I was talking about like a soccer mom van, but that works.
Well, that's a woman van.
Well, but the man van is like a guy driving one of those.
No, the man van is the 70s with the D&D art painted on the side.
No,
Right,
a man
and, like-
van is a guy driving a
And curtains
soccer
on the
mom
windows.
van.
Curtains on the
A
windows,
minivan?
like Donnie's old van.
Mm-hmm.
Minivans are fucking sick though, because you literally just can carry like 8 people, and they're super fast because they have to carry more weight.
Oh my god, I hate turning in minivans though because they're so wobbly.
Wibble
Girl
wobble.
wobbly.
Hello?
Anyway.
I like sedans and hatchbacks.
Yeah. I don't
The
know what mine is.
Hunchback.
Mine is a mini SUV, and I
Of
like that.
Notre Dame.
All right. Well, I
Yeah.
hope y'all enjoyed this podcast. It was very long.
Conclusion:
The special edition, yeah.
don't drive in Nebraska.
We
It's-
got-
Yeah.
All
In
my homies hate
conclusion, all
Nebraska.
my
Just
homies,
all my
Don't
homies
go to
hate
Nebraska.
Don't go to Nebraska. Literally, there is nothing there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's a lot of deer. Fuck the deer.
Unless you like
a lot
hotel
of
mini golf.
Also,
Stay away.
if you see a deer on the road, drive into
Hit
it and
it.
kill it.
Hit it.
Because
Unless it's gonna-
this one's for me.
unless it's gonna hurt your car, then
Yeah. If you're a semi truck driver, drive into those deer. Please.
Just drive by, shoot it.
Just please.
Turn them into mist.
As long as they end up dead.
If you operate a train, hit all of them.
I feel like we shouldn't be advocating this.
That's fine. People are
is
smart.
it?
People are smart.
Are
For
you sure
legal
not?
reasons, this has been a joke.
For
Well, we're not-
legal reasons,
we're not
only hit them
inflicting
with your
harm.
boat.
Only
Yeah,
the-
drive over them.
Oh.
If you see them in the water, drive over them in your boat.
No, in your semi.
Yeah.
Veer your
Drive
semi
the
into
semi
the
off
lake.
the bridge into the lake.
If you're driving right now, veer into the lake.
For legal reasons, don't. But
Yeah.
for funny reasons,
Driving
And for funny reasons.
for
funny
legal reasons,
moments,
if you drive
driving right
into the
now,
lake, we do
just
not
a
claim
tree.
We are
responsibility
not liable.
because we are not liable in the event that you drive into a lake. Because I just told you, for legal reasons, do not.
But if you do, record it on a TikTok and then add it to us.
For haha funny moments, love tap the car in front of you on
But for legal reasons, do not. For joking reasons.
Please do. Oblige yourself.
At
Treat
us.
yourself. Treat yourself.
We'll make a subreddit.
Oh, all right. So this has been the QQ Group podcast. We'll be back next week with some special guests or guests, depending. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay, great. Bye bye.